Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Four Train Savages podcast. Today is August 26th, episode number 218. Tyler is on the other end of the Zoom room. My name is Rob. Tyler, the Yankees just finished up their four-game series against the Boston Red Sox this past weekend. We're recording the day after they played the Washington Nationals yesterday to start that series back at home. But Yankees lose three out of four. Before that series started, I was thinking that they would split the series, which was correct up until game three. Uh, Game three was very, very ugly. One of the, I think we could say
It was
maybe the
gross.
most embarrassing loss of the season.
Mhm.
Of course, they wouldn't be the Yankees without winning that game four on Sunday Night Baseball, the getaway day to make you feel better. And now they play the Washington Nationals for the next three games, and then they play a four-game set this weekend against the Chicago White Sox. Um, I the way I'm not completely, I'm not surprised whatsoever really by this what transpired. I mean, I've been texting with you that I think that they have just like the perfect schedule now to really
Very
I
predictable.
think that it's predictable. It makes it predictable, and it also makes you feel that this team is going to make the playoffs because they do have such an opportunity at the end of August to beat up on these lesser teams, and then their schedule gets tough for another 2 weeks, and then the end of September is just pretty manageable for this team. So
And also the AL, like who's chasing Kansas City
yeah.
like
Uh,
that? I think the playoffs are set in the American League virtually at this point, to be
so
honest.
and it really like for the outlook of the rest of the year, clearly they have to win and they have to win games, but it really comes down to now of like where I think we had maybe said like a couple episodes ago where we were saying, oh, it matchup like standings watching. Like now it's to
Hmm.
me it's standings watching to see what they're able to get and what their road ahead looks like.
I
Because
mean,
if
we're
they match
virtually
up
just you're rooting to not play Boston, I feel
you,
like.
yeah, pretty much. Especially in that
You
wild
know?
card, I would argue too, Houston. And if they like if you play Seattle and then you're able to play, I don't know, Detroit and then whatever a CS matchup would be, however it shakes out, like this past weekend was just
It could just be
so
a wild card exit.
yeah, exactly. I think this weekend was just so discouraging for fans.
Hmm.
And just even though I was not someone who thought that they could beat Boston. I came into the weekend thinking that they were not going to make a statement, but it still freaking sucks to not like. I don't like losing to the Red Sox,
Sucks to watch it, yeah.
and I would rather be proven wrong. And it was more of like Boston is not this world beating team, but they play a cleaner brand of baseball, and and even after they sold off their presumed best player endeavors, that they still have these younger players coming up that just show more promise than what the Yankees have had. And they may not have the boppers and the star power that the Yankees have as currently constructed, but they play a clean brand of baseball, and that's what they showed. And maybe not in the first game, but it 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 doesn't feel good, even if I wasn't as gung ho about this Yankees team. I
Yeah.
know what were your feelings about it?
I mean, it stinks, dude, especially like you start off game one, 4 errors in 1 inning. Boom.
Mhm.
Have an opportunity to tie the game late. I believe this was the game. Ben Rice at third, less than 2 outs. No one scores. Um, it was just a frustrating game. It's actually like a little frustrating to watch this series, win last night, be removed from it, look at the standings, and go, oh, you're a half game back of Boston. Like not everything's kind of the same, and it's like no, no, no. Boston kind of has been big brothering us all year. What are they? 8-2, I think it
Eight and
is.
two, yep.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get to 8-2 on act. It's not easy to be 8-2 against any team.
Hmm.
Let alone two teams that are presumably both, playoff bound. Um, so yeah, man, it was a shitty weekend. I think a lot of Yankee fans are at the point where, they're like, hey, we're gonna make the playoffs. But I think a lot of people have the thought like, hey, this team can't really change my mind until they beat interdivision opponent in October, something like that. Like, is there anything they could do in the regular season to to gain any trust back, Rob? I don't
They
think
would
like
have
what are you
to
gonna do? Like go
the
20
only
and 8 in the in September or something?
the only thing that I think would gain
Sweep Toronto, sweep
many,
Boston,
maybe not sweeps, but in that 2 week stretch where they play Houston,
Detroit.
Toronto, Detroit, and Boston, if they come out and are stellar, then
Yeah.
maybe. But that's the only road that I can really see. Like I remain unmoved by this week. Yes, they're going to destroy the Nationals and the White Sox. If they don't, then that's a whole other that's a whole other thing.
They suck,
Like
dude.
they're terrible teams this year. So anyone that like fine, it's okay to get excited for the home run like another 10, I mean 10-5, but it was 10-0 in the ninth inning last night. But we remain unmoved by what really they're going to do. And of course, like sure, the old adage is just get me into the playoffs. Just get me into the playoffs. But
Hmm.
when it comes down to this team can't execute in a more pressured, heightened uh, game situation, and they showed it once again against Boston, who they very well could be playing, and other teams are going to be playing maybe a similar style because it is October baseball. You just can't.
The
I just don't
blueprint
see
is
how you
out
get
on the
excited.
Yankees,
The
man.
blueprint is out. The
Make
Dodgers
them
wrote it
make
last year.
plays.
The Dodgers wrote it last year. The Red Sox love to expose them doing it. So far this season, Toronto has shown that they can expose them in doing it. And the Yankees will tell us that their metrics tell us that, or tell them and tell the rest of baseball that they are doing a good job.
And
Um,
it is weird because like, offensive metrics they do lead a lot.
mhm.
Um, I guess for the sake of the pod, Rob, I will give it spin zone optimism for half a second, just for the sake of this. I'm not saying I feel this way.
Yeah.
If you were someone that wanted to spin this, game one was a disaster. At the end of the day, it was what a 4-3 game in the eighth with the Yankees having a runner on third and less than two outs, like an opportunity to win that baseball game. Um, you can also kind of spin zone this and go, Max Fried has been bad for 7 weeks, and he came out and did in some ways drop dick. I mean, he didn't look amazing, but he went six shutty or whatever it was. Another game where when you lose 1-0, like you did have an opportunity to win that game at some point. Obviously, they get embarrassed with Crochet on the mound, but then Rodon comes in on Sunday, who's been really good all year and was kind of a stopper there. So if you want to look at this from a brainwashed point of view, you could say, hey, the two top playoff pitchers pitched well. Arguably, Schlitter's like your three, and I think the promise is very high on him. The more he starts, and you go, hey, you could have won three of these games, but you lost three.
Hmm.
Um, so listen, I'm not saying like I think this team is a world beater or is going to the World Series or anything. Um, for the sake of discussion points, Rob, this is me playing devil's advocate here. Um, but not a fun series. I mean,
I
if you
mean,
don't commit four
Yankees
errors, do you win a
Yankees
game?
fans
Maybe I
would
don't know.
be. I mean, as fans, we would be very happy, but our eyes, it it
It just sucks
it
because in
this
Fenway, dude, that didn't feel like that many of their games were close. I felt like they had the opportunity to win all of these games except for Saturday, and they didn't, which is the problem.
um
But
I suppose I just they're selling us. I don't know. I don't want to say like they. It just are. They don't pass the sniff test. They don't pass the eye
no, I
test.
agree.
They don't. So let's.
Volpe gets benched.
Yeah, that is a big thing to talk about. Let's quickly go through these games. So like you mentioned, game number one. This was with Luis Heel on the mound. 5 innings pitched, 5 walks, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts, 3 Ks. So Luis Heel is still trying to get himself back into form.
Looks
Yankees had a
worse than the line gives.
Yeah. Yankees had a two, I mean, 5 walks is really kind of
It's ridiculous.
unacceptable.
You can't win 5 walks and 4 errors.
No. 2-1. Yankees had a 2-1 game from the bottom of the fourth, thanks to a Goldschmidt singling in Jazz. But like you said, yeah, which inning exactly was it? It was top of the second, just with the Rice throwing error, and it just every time like they just continue to throw the ball around
Hmm.
and look like incompetent baseball players. And it really just was a
It's a
bad
reoccurring
time.
nightmare, man.
But and you mentioned it, they had a 4-3 game in the top of the seventh going into the eighth until the Roman Anthony pimp job in the top of the ninth, the six
Hmm.
three home run off Yeri De Los Santos.
Which he probably shouldn't have even gotten up because the bullpen came in and walked another three.
Yeah. Um, and it just like, yes, I get what your point was, is just like there when you have a team that can't play competent baseball at times and clean baseball, you just it gives us that like chill down our spine of something's gonna happen to just blow
Nothing's
this
easy.
up, and nothing's easy. And that's where it felt from the Anthony home run. Four errors in this game. Just I
Four errors, five, six, seven, eight, nine walks from the pen plus Elise Hill. I mean, that's nine bases and four free
and
outs.
I don't even
How are you
necessarily
going to win that game,
I don't
dude?
even necessarily think that like the Red Sox are this great team, but I think that they are a team that's pretty disciplined, more so
Hmm.
than the Yankees. And when they see that happen, they're going to take advantage. And that's exactly what happened. Um,
I think they hit the nail on the head a lot on the broadcast too. Is they're like, you can get away with these mistakes against bad teams or average
the
teams. You
Nationals
can't
or
get,
White Sox, yeah.
yeah, you can't make up these mistakes against playoff teams that are going to
No,
run circles around you.
no. Game two, Bayo and Max Fried. We mentioned Max Fried, 6 innings pitched, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. So a good bounce back start from where Max Fried has recently done. His last game against St. Louis, 7 earned runs, so that was not good.
Now, this
His
was a
Houston
huge thing
game,
today.
4 earned runs, Texas 4 earned runs. So this was a good get back on track game. I was actually in the
Mhm.
building for this one. But Bayo went out for the Red Sox, 7 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. So he was also stellar.
He went nuts, dude. We didn't look competitive a lot against him.
And the way that the Red Sox scored in this one was a Connor Wong double to get in Brennan Lau, and it's just a 1-0 game. He was able to get it off Mark Leiter Jr. The big, some of the big takeaways in this one, I think, and we could get into it, was the Volpe throwing decision to second base
Hmm.
in the ninth. Didn't cost them, but man, was it something that was just indicative of the conversation that's now
It's
being
just not
had.
good.
And he had some more throwing errors over the weekend. And I want to get into this because I don't have the exact quote, but I was at the game, but I know people were sending me stuff about Boone's post game or after the fact about the throwing decision to second and just what's the rationale there. And while Boone does admit that he said that it wasn't the right play, but he alluded to the fact that, oh, if it did work out, it was kind of a heady play.
Oh yeah,
And I don't know. Did you see that?
I did hear. Yeah, I saw that,
So, bro, to me,
bro. It's
and
bad that how much they defend him,
so I
and it's
think
made national media now.
it is. So it goes back to this for me, like of what I've been thinking about, right? That the Yankees do have a more so than past years, they have a younger team, right? And they got guys like Dominguez, Rice, Austin Wells, Volpe. Um, to me, it's pretty amazing the lengths to which they will go to defend Anthony Volpe in these spots, such as during this weekend. And then
And not anyone else though.
but that's the thing, not
Not
anyone
Wells,
else.
not Dominguez, not
But
Ben Rice,
because you'll hear
not Schlitter,
after
Schlittler.
when Austin Wells will make a mistake, or say Ben Rice makes a mistake, or
Can't happen.
especially Jason Dominguez makes a mistake.
Can't
Exactly. They'll
happen.
say, can't happen. He'll keep it short and sweet. He'll say, that's not the right play there. We have to be better. Move on to the next question. But with Anthony Volpe, it seems like this dude has to go through a million hoops and a
Got to
million hoops.
justify everything.
He has to justify everything about him. And you don't have to do that because, to be honest, the more that I watch him, the more, I mean, maybe Austin Wells, but the more I think like he's worse than the other guys that he throws under the bus in
Yeah.
my brain. And
I think
it's
I'm out on Volpe. Yeah.
it the like why are you defending him to the lengths that you are? And but then when it comes to when Austin Wells will make a boneheaded decision, you will do the right thing and call him out for it, nip it in the bud. Next question. But
Yeah.
with Anthony Volpe, it always comes back to, and I really think that it's like, man, you have really dug yourself in this hole so much to defend this guy, and the organization and
Done
you
the opposite.
will just not back down on saying that he is an elite level shortstop, which he is not. He's not. And the more that they do it, the worse they look. And this, to hear
Yeah.
that is just crazy. It's crazy. I don't know, man. I don't
No,
know how you keep doing it. And it's like, I don't know if I'm Anthony Volpe, I'm like, you
if
don't
I'm
have to
Volpe,
make
I'm
me
like,
look like a
treat me
baby.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
treat me like everyone else.
Hmm.
Like, why am I right? Why am I being treated like the, a special kid right now?
Yeah. I don't.
Um, like why am I, above criticism or above accountability? Listen, man, I think I'm with you. Well, I don't think I'm with you there. I know I've been trying to stick it out on Volpe for some time now. Um, at this point in time, Rob, there's simply too much data um, to really argue anything else. Um, Pulling up Max Goodman tweet here. 88 players, Rob, with 1,500 plus plate appearances since the beginning of 2023. 88 players. Anthony Volpe ranks 88th in batting average, 88th in on-base percentage, 87th in WRC plus, and 87th in OPS. So you take that, and you're telling us, Rob, that he is the worst offensive player in baseball since the beginning of 2023. And then you pair it with his defense and his base running. How are you going to act like this guy is, you know, a gold glover or better than what he is? Um, it's silly if Caballero doesn't get as much run, if not more, than Volpe kind of moving forward. I don't
Yeah.
think they will. Even when they finally benched him, Rob, they brought him in the ninth inning as like a goddamn defensive replacement or whatever they did,
Hmm.
which is a massive joke in itself.
Yeah. It was Sunday.
That's like Rob, that's like me sending, one day if I have kids, I'll send my kid to a timeout. I go, hey, here's your PS5. Go play that while you're in timeout.
Well, it's like the
Like,
justification.
I don't get it.
I don't even like think it's really that justifiable when you look at it. Like I know Stanton's slow and they maybe the only thing of like getting him off his feet on Friday was the rationale. But to me, I'm like, I don't know if I forget who it was. Maybe it was someone maybe it was Coney on the ESPN broadcast or it was someone the next day on the fan. I don't remember exactly where I heard it. I'm like, I don't even know if you're really losing that much because they put Caballero in right and then Volpe at
Yeah.
short. I don't really know if it's that much of a drop off as you think it is, but
A
no,
drop
that was
off from what?
crazy.
At short?
Just defensively, like the decision is like, oh, we want to get him in there defensively and then get Stanton off his feet.
Oh,
The only thing that I could really see is getting Stanton off his feet. Sure, is he slow in the outfield? Yes, but I don't know, man. I think it was like
it's just
you
weird,
gotta
bro.
just have him ride the pine. And yes, I totally am on the same page with you that
Bro, his
is
his numbers year by year are like identical. It's nuts.
yeah, no, he is what he is,
It's
man.
so
And like
bad.
Jose Caballero is not Corey Seager. He's not any of these shortstops that we wanted at the time
He's a
instead of Anthony
reliable
Volpe.
pest, though.
But he like
He's
I texted this to
pest.
you.
Difference
Yes, does
maker.
does Anthony Volpe have the power numbers this year? Yes, he's gone on hot stretches, those short little hot stretches where he gets a lot of homers, and those are great when we do need him. But the whole package to me, I really don't think it's a big fall off when you're
No, I
having
agree.
Caballero at short. And I'm not even saying that I'm like Caballero should be playing shortstop every day, but
Splitting time. Platoon.
yes, I legitimately think that we're at the point with Anthony Volpe and now having Caballero that they should be close to splitting time at that position. And I'm sorry, man, it's been 3 years of this, and he has never had any pressure on his back. He's never been sent down. He's never had some more competition there. He needs that. And if like they're not going to send him down, then that's what they had to do. And now they have to start playing Caballero more. And like, and two things, like the thing that's really frustrating is like we'll be seeing them, we'll be seeing other teams, right, in baseball that with their young stud stars have sent that have not been afraid to send them down for a couple
Mhm.
weeks. And I get that they put all
Like
their eggs,
every other team.
but they put all their eggs in this basket for Volpe, but they're just like, no. And it now it's like malpractice not to think that like this is what the kid will benefit from it, if anything else.
Yeah.
Like now it's the longer, like the numbers are what they are. You read them off that they're almost identical year after year. What else are you going to try? Oh, I don't know.
400.
Maybe put him in like, and people are like, well, what are you going to do? Put him in AAA? And then what's going to happen?
Yes.
Yes, that is exactly what. Now you have a lane to do that. Obviously, now it's September. They're not going to do that. But I mean,
Bro, you could argue like a month ago, Jason arguably could have benefited from everyday ABs in left field in playing AAA.
yeah.
Like you could argue that. Listen, man, I mean, Volpe has played 448 games, which is an absurd amount of games. Um, over those 3 years, his average is 222, 284 on base. Terrible. 380 slug for a 665 OPS. So it's incredible, man. And yeah, man, the spot like they've tried to shield Volpe by justifying decisions he's made or further backing him during his struggles, and they have only made the spotlight bigger because it's like calling everyone an idiot when you're defending him. It's like, oh no, you don't know what you're talking about. This guy's really good, and we're like, well, you're wrong. I mean,
But
he's
people,
not. He
people,
hasn't been good.
people who don't watch the Yankees as religiously as we do and other fans are watching it. Why aren't you sending him down? And they are
Yeah.
questioning it. And we don't have a good answer for him. And the Yankees, clear, like they just don't. I don't know, man. It's a tough watch.
They
It
don't want to
really
pull the
is.
plug on this.
No. Quickly back in before we maybe return to that conversation. Game number three, Will Warren on the mound, 4 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. Not a good outing there. Uh, we mentioned Paul Blackburn was picked up this
Mm-hmm.
weekend for that
Just left
weekend.
him in to die.
7 innings pitched, or not 7 innings, 7 earned runs, 3 and a third, 7 earned runs, 8 hits, 2 walks. Just yeah, left in there to rot. Volpe had another error in this game, and then
Volpe's
the only scoring in this one for the Yankees was a Stanton home run, who is apparently the only one that cares. Um, or I would say some other Ben Rice cares too. Ben Rice has been a dog. Um,
Rice is nasty.
then the Sunday game, Carlos Rodon, 5 and 2/3, 5 walks. Want to cut down on the walks, but
Mm-hmm.
two earned run ball, 3 strikeouts. 2 home runs for Trent Grisham in this one, 2 home runs as well for Jazz Chisholm. Jazz was playing very motivated in this one, or just in a tough spot. I think he was talking about
Mm-hmm.
how he lost one of his close friends the morning of, or maybe the night before. So, and he actually homered last night against the Nationals. So Jazz has been going on a bit of a home run tear, which is
Mm-hmm.
very nice to see. But yeah, man, I Yankees take this last game, um, and I just really the more I
Classic
just look
Yankee
at like the
fashion.
construction of this team, or not the construction of this team, but like moving forward, I just see like going back to our conversation, I just see that this team could really immensely benefit from giving Caballero some more time. And do I just and like because man,
I
Anthony
think he'll
Volpe
get
has just been
more.
a freaking him. Austin Wells have been black holes, man. And I know like we're looking at a 666 OPS for Caballero, but
I don't even care about the offensive numbers at
I mean,
short.
get
I mean, it's really like the internal clock, like the defense,
yeah.
the being a good base runner, the flying down the line for a ground ball at second that you know force the second baseman to rush a throw and commit an error. I mean, he plays a brand of baseball the Yankees haven't played since Brett Gardner was young. I
hmm
mean, honestly, like a guy that's just annoying and a pest,
hmm
and good defensively. So. I think I agree. Caballero should be playing. I mean, what I also took from this game, Rob, is like Doval kind of looked good for what felt like the first time. The pen looked good. Um, was happy with Rodon's start until he, couldn't really get out of that last inning. But classic Yankee fashion, man. They save you from complete distress, but just keep stringing you along by winning this game.
Yeah. All right, quickly, let's do our savages of the series. I'm gonna go with Max Fried, 6 innings pitched, four hits, three walks, 7 strikeouts, no earned runs. Really like to see that from Max, and we just need him to get back on track if the Yankees have any hopes of,
Mhm.
you know, being a playoff team that can do anything. I know we're gonna joke about it now, just like that we don't really see it too much, but if they do have hopes of reversing stuff, Max Fried needs to get his stuff together after, bad stretch after the All-Star break. So I'm gonna go with Max Fried.
Yeah. He is mandatory in this team having any type of fighting chance.
Yeah.
If he goes, the Yankees should go. At least a little bit more. Rob, this guy honestly didn't have a great series, but I do believe he kind of forced the Yankees to be like, all right, we're winning this game.
Hmm.
So this is the only game he even had. Actually, had a hit in the first game or the second game. But Trent Grisham, Rob, 2 homers in the one game they won. Early, too, was his first homer. 2 ribbies, 2 walks, and really feels like a tone setter at the top of the lineup. I mean, they have found their leadoff man this year in Trent Grisham, it appears, at least against righties. Um, and this has kind of been the theme of the Yankees too. Is like it really doesn't seem like they stick with a leadoff hitter until the fucking middle of August. I mean, last year it was like, who it was everyone until Glaber settled into that spot. Um, they did they did Volpe. What else did they do last year? I don't know, but it's Trent for me. A good season out of Trent, man. He's gonna make himself some bread.
Yeah, he's gonna get
Um,
paid, brother. He's gonna
yeah, I
get
mean, what was he gonna
paid.
get before this year? Maybe like 1 year,
He's
eight
gonna
to
get close to,
ten.
I went close to 70, bro. He's
Yeah,
gonna get
I
like
think
a
he's gonna get
70
like
mil deal.
50, 75 million, something like that.
He's
Um,
28 too. He's only
yeah,
a year
numbers on
older
the
than us, which is
year.
crazy.
That is crazy. Numbers on the year, Rob, 3.1 WAR, 250 batting average, 354 on base, 823 OPS. It's pretty good.
Not
Pretty
bad.
good.
Not bad. Let me do our Savage Slump Watch.
They stink.
So I was gonna go with the obvious choice of who we've been talking about, but maybe I'll save that for you. But I do want to just talk about Aaron Judge for a little bit. Just in this Boston series, had 2 hits. Um, he had 8 strikeouts, or sorry, 6 strikeouts. Um, and I think this was a series, especially. I'm not, we're really also depending on him to hopefully play the field at some point. But it does, when he is in that DH spot, uh, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and not say that like he's not. He's been an AL MVP. He's in the AL MVP race. He's got 1,000 OPS still.
He's
I'm
better
not,
in right field.
but I do think he's better in right field, and I think that this is just the series that you need him. Like when you think of the times where you need him to show up, this was a big series, and I don't think he necessarily did.
Mhm.
Um, in this spot. So I think it's important just acknowledge. I'm not saying that Aaron Judge is a bad baseball player. I'm not saying anything
No.
to disparage him, but this series was in my opinion a disappointment for him.
Yep.
Outside of just jumping on the Volpe sucks bandwagon, I want to be realistic about stuff as well. So
Yeah, he only had 2 hits.
yeah,
I mean, to be honest, Rob, I mean, I'm sure everyone that follows the Yankees has it feels like every week his batting average goes down 5 to 8 points
I mean, I gotta be
almost.
honest, man.
He hasn't been.
Cal Rowley's. I know, like, still
I
at the end
still
of the
don't think it's
day.
close,
I,
honestly, but
I mean, I think his F or what
he's
is
got
it?
like 150 higher OPS points.
Yeah, I mean, but I think the rest of the number. I don't know. I don't know. There's a whole other month of baseball.
I
So,
think
but
the gap between Cal Rowley's OPS and and like freaking Trent Grisham is probably smaller than Judge, the gap between Trout
No,
and Judge.
no, I get you. I just think like in my opinion, it's gotten a little closer. I still think
Yeah.
Judge is the
Oh no,
MVP.
it's definitely gotten a little closer. I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Okay.
But no, I'm with you, Rob. I mean, he really Judge he's hit a couple homer. What I think he's maybe hit two or three since he came off the IL.
Hmm.
Um, but he hasn't like got going and not stopped yet since he hasn't turned it on. He
Yeah.
hasn't been great since he came off the IL. So I'm with you there. It's getting a little closer. I still think it's Judge's award to lose. So you could lose
Yes.
it. You can lose it
Yes.
or win it in a month, you know?
Yeah.
Um, so not bad at all, Rob. Let me just pull up my wonderful shortstops game logs. Um,
Coach's kid, man.
yep, coach's kid. It's going it's going to it's going John Boy on WFAN or 880 or whatever called him. He goes, "What is he your son?" Like referencing Boone. It's
No,
funny.
I love Coach's kid. It's too
Yeah.
accurate. It is either one,
It,
son
and
or
it's just weird. If I'm Volpe, I'm walking into the office. I'm like, it's got to stop.
yeah, like
Like, just
treat
treat
me
me
like
like
a
Austin.
normal, yeah, treat me like a normal person, please.
Like, all right, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna botch the first grounder I have. I'm gonna send it into the over the first baseman's head. And I want you to rip me in the post game.
Yeah.
Give them what they want. But listen, I don't think I need to dive into it too much, Rob. Ofer in the series, only struck out three times, which is I don't even think it matters. I mean, when he hits the ball, it feels like it kind of goes over the fence or nothing good happens at all. So no hits in this series. Certainly nothing helpful defensively, as we know. Weird decisions at throwing that ball to second. Um, the bad uh, what is it, second or third inning in that first game. Um, but yeah, man, it's Volpe, and it's kind of just like picking on him at this point. Because at the end of the day, his employer should take control and protect this kid from continuing to put up just straight shit on a baseball field, but in ways they refuse to because they promised him the job and told him he's the best there ever is and the best there ever was and the best there ever will be. So
Yeah.
you can't tell him he stinks now.
Nope.
So
Too late.
the tone has changed, though, Rob. I will say
Oh,
the
I think
Yankees do quick tone shifts sometimes, and
collectively though, like the fan base is not a fan of him. And
well,
yeah,
well,
maybe
that
it's
for sure. I'm saying Boone's tone has shifted, which
maybe.
when
Yes, like yes, yes. I didn't
like
like the fact
after
that they're
game one, he could have been like, "Yeah, he'll be in the lineup tomorrow. He's our shortstop forever." I didn't like that he came out and was like, "Nah, I still say Anthony's the shortstop," but
I don't love that he also is like he'll be back in on Tuesday. Like just no,
yeah,
maybe let the
yeah, we'll see.
game like what if Caballero had an amazing game last night and you're just like, oh, we're planning his day, you know?
Like how did Kyle how Kyle Tucker just got benched?
Mm-hmm.
Um, What's the manager of the Cubs? Is it Craig Counsell?
Yeah, it's Craig Counsell.
Yeah, and Counsell came into the podium or whatever, and he's like, yeah, it's been bad for a while. Like, he's got to turn it around. He's like, he's gonna take some time off, and we'll see. We don't know when. Like, he's gonna have more than a few days, and it's like that's the answer you should give to your 24, 25-year-old shortstop that's been bad for 500 games.
Also,
And
like
Kyle Tucker's like a perennial all-star that
also
got benched and gets treated that way.
also too, if you look at like Christian Campbell for the Red Sox, he got
Mhm.
sent down to AAA, and he's
Jackson
one.
Holiday,
I,
Joe Adele.
and arguably what we've seen from Anthony Volpe, like or just his prospect. I get the power numbers are there, man, but he's just not.
Well, dude,
He's
again,
just
I'm really just
mediocre.
all in on not all in, but OBP tells me a lot. I feel like it tells me
No,
what
and that
you're
yeah, I get
doing
you.
day to day. Like, are you getting on bases, creating traffic? And he is a dude where, dude, even if you look at all of like your standard batting numbers, RBIs, hits, doubles, homers, all that shit, if you just look at that, they don't look terrible. Like, Rob, I can look at you right now and go, Anthony Volpe has hit five more doubles than Ben Rice this year. Anthony Volpe has one more triple than Ben Rice this year. Anthony Volpe has 95 hits this year to Ben Rice's 88, Trent Grisham's 98, Jazz Chisholm's 85. Like I can sit here and rattle off like stupid numbers that kind of sound like, oh, maybe this guy's kind of good. 18 homers to Goldie's 10. Like when you look at like just the isolated numbers that pad the stat sheet a little bit in the box
Mm-hmm.
score, like it doesn't look terrible to go, oh wow, Volpe is third on this team in doubles. He must be having a good year. Oh, Volpe is what is he? Third on the team, fourth on the team in hits behind Goldie, Judge, and Belly. Oh, he should be having a good year. No. Um, when he hits the ball, rarely is it important. And when it does, it's only important about, 15, 20% of the time.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this week is yeah, I don't know. We'll see what he is given if like it'll be telling to me to see what if he's just then run like
Yeah.
2 days off for him and then he's just run back out there for the next what is it? 6 games. If that's what they do, I'll be a little discouraged but not surprised.
Like
Um
Volpe should play tonight and not play tomorrow.
but here okay, if they do it this week against two teams that really they should beat up on. But like the net that 2 weeks then after when or the two like the start of September when they have that kind of gamut for 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
we got to see some split time in my brain because you made a good point. Like Caballero plays, is he uh an offensive powerhouse? By no means is he that, but
You're
I
not
think
getting
to beat
worse.
to beat those teams though, he does bring an element that Volpe doesn't bring on the bases. I mean, I think he's still is he still in the lead for most stolen bases in baseball this year?
Yeah,
Like that's
he's got like
something that you
40
want to
bags or
have in
something.
there. And so, like to me, I'm saying we're gonna see how it progresses, man. But I terrible weekend this past weekend against Boston. Really couldn't ask for a more embarrassing thing outside of probably a sweep. It would have been their first sweep of
Mm-hmm.
the Yankees at Yankee Stadium since like 1939. So luckily it didn't happen. But
4 game sweep is crazy,
I don't
dude.
know. It kind of feels not too far off from that for me. But I think the Yankees go out and potentially, sweep the Nationals this week and beat Chicago, and then they play a start of September. It's back to go time, and they'll play Houston at Houston. They'll play Toronto, I think, at home, and then Detroit at home, I believe, and then Boston back at Fenway, which should be just a glorious time. So
It's just a
they're gonna
great time.
next time that we record, I think we're going to be talking about them taking care of business, but really it comes back to what we started the show with is like unmoved until they can maybe change my mind then, but I'm not so sure. So
Yeah, I don't think there's anything Volpe can do that would make me comfortable seeing him field a ground ball in October. Like
no,
I'm serious. I don't think there's a single thing like
instant
that.
anxiety just the
You
whole
know,
time.
something I do want to mention though. How about Nathaniel Lowe just beating the shit out of us this weekend?
I
Well,
know, and he was
we wanted
take
him for like a couple of years, you know.
Red Sox got him off the scrap heap.
Yeah, off
Uh,
the scrap heap.
Funny how that works. Funny how that works.
Yeah, what are his numbers on here? That's all I got.
All right. Well, that's it for episode 218 Four Train Savages podcast. We really appreciate you for listening. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify, be sure to drop us a review. Follow us on our social channels. If you're watching on YouTube, hit a like on the video as well as leave us a comment on the Yankees. Maybe you think Anthony Volpe can turn it around. Apparently, some people in our Instagram comments still believe that. I'm not sure
Really?
if keep hanging on.
Yeah.
That's it for 218. Thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you at 219. Peace.